Greetings. Welcome to Change Your Mind. I'm Dr. Walter Jacobson, a board-certified psychiatrist, spiritual psychotherapist, and mastery of life mentor. I want to talk about the number 137. So Wolfgang Pauli, decades ago, was one of the early, at first, quantum physicists. Quantum physics is really the cutting edge of the universe, the cutting edge of our science now. It's pushing the envelope. It's got to do with parallel universes and black holes and all this stuff, that seems impossible, but is one day going to be proven to be true. Quantum physics was kind of the missing link that Albert Einstein didn't want to accept. Einstein, came up with the theory of relativity, one of the huge breakthroughs in the universe. But the thing is, he wasn't done there. After he discovered the theory of relativity, he wanted to come up with a one unifying principle that could explain all the forces of nature, a unified field theory. And he was never able to do it. He went to his death having failed to do it. And the reason why, in my opinion, he failed to figure out a unified field theory is because he was resistant to the idea of quantum physics. Quantum physics has to do with chaos, and Einstein believed God does not play dice with the universe. He did not believe in chaos theory. Okay, so he had blinders on. This brilliant genius had blinders on that prevented him from seeing the bigger picture. That he had a bias, and that bias prevented him from seeing the bigger picture. That it's not that quantum physics explains everything. It's not that the theory of relativity explains everything. It's that a combination of the two is where you're going to find the ultimate unification. And it's okay. So here's the deal. So Wolfgang Pauli, quantum physicist, was grappling. He had his own, issue that he was grappling with, and that is the fine structure constant. The number 137 is in physics the fine structure constant, and this has been a mystery in theoretical physics and quantum physics for decades. And great minds have tried to figure out why. Why the fine structure constant equals 137. People have spent, decades. Wolfgang Pauli spent decades trying to figure out the number 137, the fine structure constant, why that is equal to 137. Okay, so he couldn't figure it out. But here's the interesting thing. In his studies, in his exploration of 137, he discovered that it was a major number in the Kabbalah, which is the Kabbalah is basically a book, it's basically a system, a philosophy of basically Jewish mysticism. And the Kabbalah is about numbers. The Kabbalah is about light. The Kabbalah is about energy. The Kabbalah is about the universe, the reality beyond this physical reality that we call reality, but is really just perhaps one more illusion in our mind or in the collective mind of God, of man. So the Kabbalah, Jewish mysticism, 137 turns out to be the master number in Kabbalah. Kabbalah itself, when you break it down into its numerical components, equals 137. And Kabbalah scholars have actually going through the Torah, which is a religious, Jewish religious book, and the number 137 is there like everywhere. It's huge. The number 137. Everywhere, master number of Kabbalah. Okay, so you might say, well, that's just a coincidence. The fine structure constant is 137, and the master number in Kabbalah is 137. It's just a coincidence. Yeah, good luck with that. Okay, sure. If you want to, believe that this table is solid, go ahead. And sure, on one level it is. On another level, it's really just a bunch of space. It's a few electrons and protons floating around and a massive amount of space. Okay? Yeah. So the point being, what we think, is concrete. What we think is real. All bets are off. You need an open mind to understand the universe. You need an open mind to appreciate that what we call coincidence, as Carl Jung, psychologist and mystic, once pointed out, what we call coincidence is actually synchronicity. Synchronicity means meaningful coincidence. Synchronicity means there is a connection at some level that we can't see, but it's there. These things are connected, so that when you have a coincidence, two things happening, like the number 137 happens to be the master number in Kabbalah, and number 137 happens to be like the fine structure constant that nobody can figure out why it's 137, that coincidence is not meaningless. It's not, oh, well, sure, it's just a funny thing. It means something. There is an association, there is a relationship, but we just can't see what it is. Now, a lot of times, what I refer to as coincidence, I see it as reality emphasis. The fact that there is a coincidence makes me think, okay, let me pay a little bit closer attention to what is going on. Because maybe there's something there that I need to attend to. Maybe it's the universe saying, hello, yeah, look at this. Really look at this. Okay, but here's the deal with, to add a little icing on the cake with the number 137. Okay, so Wolfgang Pauli basically almost drove himself crazy trying to figure out why the fine structure constant equals 137. And then he found out that 137 is the master number in Kabbalah, in Jewish mysticism, in the Torah, right? And he goes, holy smoke, that's crazy. That's outrageous. Still didn't get him any closer to figuring out anything, because, I mean, this is at a whole other level of God or the universe, the collective consciousness, who knows what. But here's the beauty of it. When he got sick and he went to the hospital, and he died in the hospital. He died in hospital room 137. Chew on that a while. Okay, take care. Peace be with you. See you next time.